as he's kicked in the...
On Sevens Big League, it's the first quarter from the Melbourne Cricket Ground now. The centre looks pretty good. It's obviously been covered. Knocked down by Peter Moore. Moore, one of the favourites for the Brownlow, and here's a chance for Collingwood. The ball is picked up by Dacos. It's out wide towards the centre wing position. Racing forward is Yates. Hot in pursuit is Gary Shaw. The bounce favours Yates. He's gone for the hand pass over to Peter Moore again. Moore twisting and turning on centre wing. A few hoops from the crowd, of course, being a former Collingwood player. Dacos takes the mark a little bit short of centre wing. He's gone for a hand pass. Dacos, of course, has not had the most brilliant of seasons with Collingwood. We'll be certainly looking to him to fire this afternoon. Collingwood swing into attack, up towards full forward, just about to mark the Morwood, and he's got it. Morwood, right forward pocket. David Cloak having a jostling match out there with Cox. Cloak in good form a couple of weeks back, apparently not quite so good last week. Shane Morwood, formerly of the Swans, about 30 metres out from goal, a chance for first score of the game. Wynn really swinging that one around, and he's put it through for a goal. So a great start to Melbourne, to Collingwood, kicked by Shane Morwood. The Magpies, 1 goal, 6 points.
I think the most important thing about the Magpies start here, getting that first goal. Nice goal by Morwood, incidentally, and it swings around beautifully. The wind, he allowed for it, and of course it's a goal. But Dacos starting off with the first 2 touches in the game, Peter.
Yes, as I said, it'll be very important to Collingwood if he can fire today.
Well, he's got a new hairdo too.
We're a minute and a half into the first quarter. Moore wins that one. Can't find a rover. The centre is actually pretty solid. As I said, it's probably been covered. Picked up by Graham Allen. Allen, long kick down towards the full forward position. Oh, Clark! What a great grab! Superb mark. He took that well. A real wet weather mark. Made great use of the body.
And plus the fact that that breeze was blowing the ball all over the place, he judged it very well, Peter.
And David Cloak about 45 metres out, directly in front.
And we're just over the 2-minute mark. Collingwood going for their second goal. Melbourne yet to score. There it is on its way. And he's put it through for a goal. So Collingwood now 2 goals, 12 points to the Demons yet to score. And that's a good start to Collingwood. I don't know which way the wind is blowing. I think it may be blowing across the ground, if any.
Judging by all these pieces of paper, it's swirling right around the whole stadium, Luke.
So that was a great mark to David Cloak. Got up very high, but judged it. And they're difficult marks to take under these conditions. There's the strength of the wind by the flags. Up she goes, grabbed by Fellows. Playing in the ruck today. That was smothered. Back it goes to Taylor.
Oof.
It's a hand pass coming out here now to Beers. He fumbles the ball. A chance for Melbourne through Connolly to get it out wide. The ball pushed forward this time by Cordner. Cordner goes for a hand pass over to Wilson. Wilson straightens up. It's out the post. Oh, good play on the part of Cordner that time. Could have easily kicked that one, but unselfishly gave it to Wilson, the ex-Brownlow medalist. And Melbourne get their first score on the board. They're 1 point to Collingwood 12. Ball back into play by Phillips. Out it goes to Richardson. Richardson's kick is a high one back towards the wing position. Is that a free kick? No, the umpire didn't play that, and it's Yates to take the free kick out there on the centre wing position for Melbourne. Yates' kick is out wide, too long for Gerard Healy, and the ball is out of bounds. I think it's out of bounds, not out of bounds. Out of bounds about 50 metres around from the Melbourne goal. Knocked out by Fellows. Fumbled by Zantuck. Back to McCormick. A high kick back towards Williams. Has got a chance to mark this one, but coming over the top is Beers. A quick hand pass over to Richardson. Good play, and good play again by Richardson. Dodged his opponent beautiful. Nearly a mark to Morwood, but recovers well. Gets a hand pass back to Beers. A kick along the ground. Down goes Gary Shaw. Get a free kick there, and the free kick to go to Gary Shaw at centre half forward.
Gary Shaw, as you can see, just on the edge of the square. As the sun makes a valiant attempt to peep its way through the clouds. And a good mark has been taken out there in the forward pocket for Collingwood. By Turner, I think.
I think it might be Beers.
It's only about 35 metres out from goal. It's got the distance. The accuracy looks okay. We'll wait on the goal umpire. It's through. So 3 goals to Collingwood. That's a great start for the Magpies. Beers, Cloak and Morwood kicking their goals. They lead by 17 points.
Well, that's what the Magpies want, a good start. Good bit of play on the part of Ward. He's been in the action so far today. Been down on form. Kicked off the ground by Beers. Over it goes to Gary Shaw, got a free kick, and Beers makes good position, follows on nicely, and of course he was on his own to kick the goal.
5 minutes gone in the first quarter. Collingwood lead by 17 points in our match of the day. The Magpies determined to cling to their place in the 5, trying for the double chance. Melbourne still an outside chance of getting into the finals in September. Good tackle out there by the Collingwood newcomer Mullane, and Mullane wins possession now. He's gone for a short pass out towards left half forward, trying to find Neville Shaw, and Shaw doesn't let him down. In fact, he's almost on centre wing. Shaw, he moved well up the ground, but a long kick gets the ball back. It's too long for Moore. Cloak mark number 2. Hey, what a great grab that was. 2 fine marks to Cloak. Let's watch that again, Lou.
He's looking good, Clark. That's the second good mark. That's a fine mark, Pete, as you said. And of course, he's only about 15 to 20 metres out from goal, directly in front.
And a chance for his second goal. First mark resulted in the goal. In fact, he's a little bit closer in this time. Got an awkward kicking style, Cloak, but usually pretty effective close in. If you have a ticket at the TAB on now, 2682174. If your TAB footy bet ticket shows 1109 and the first 2 viewers through will be $250 richer with the compliments of NEC. Let's go back to the MCG now, and we pick up play again in the first quarter, this time at the 10.5-minute mark. It's Collingwood by 22 points.
This quarter by 10.5 minutes. Picked up by Cloak, playing a great game. A hand pass back to Tony Shaw up towards the full forward position. Players set themselves. Morwood got one hand to it. A hand pass coming out there now. What's a wild one. That time it came from Illingworth, and it's out of bounds. Still about 30 metres around from the Collingwood goal. They got off to a great start today, the Magpies. A bit better than last week, knocked out by Moore. Ball hits the deck, a bit of fumbling going on. Connolly's grabbed, finally picked up by Banks, in a bit of trouble here. Gets a hurried kick, Moore takes the mark, decides to play, doesn't know where to go, he's in trouble now. Gets a hand pass back, and the ball finally driven back by Connolly. It's a short kick, and coming in there is Fellows to take the mark. Collingwood playing with a lot of confidence. Very early in the game, a long kick up towards Cloak at full forward. Knocks the ball down. Well scouted that time by Jarrett. Jarrett's kick is back to centre field, but there's no one there for Melbourne. A hand pass coming from Gary Shaw over to Richards. He's got an open go to have a shot at goal. It's a long kick, and not a bad one either. It's a goal. Oh, the Magpies rolling up that 5 straight. 5 goals, 30 points. Collingwood to Melbourne yet to score a goal, 2 points. And they can't do more than they're doing at the moment, Pete.
No, Gary Shaw, he could have given it to 2 of them out there. Tony Shaw was running, so too was Richardson. And Richardson, a good long shot at goal. That was a gem, that one. And it went through halfway up the goal post. Beautiful shot by Richardson. 12 minutes gone.
Becoming a little bit one-sided at the moment, Peter.
28 points the difference. Lou enjoying the football and the scoreline, I think. Neville Shaw at centre wing to Barham. Out in turn to McEwen. McEwen at left centre wing, not a long kick, down towards half forward. 2 Melbourne players almost spoiled each other there, and the mark is taken by Williams. Williams back towards right half forward flank, trying to find Fidge. Cordner's there, knocked away from him, picked up by Neville Shaw for Collingwood. Cordner again, he's certainly trying hard. Well, gee, that's just about a mark on the practice wicket area. The umpire says no to Dacos, and the ball socket out towards the centre wing position. Here's a chance for Barham. Healy right there with him, is out of bounds.
Only a mark, Pete, that Dacos.
Let's have a look at it again. One grab. No, he just didn't control it on the second time there. And it will be a free kick to Fellows after the boundary throw-in has taken place. Fellows at left centre wing for Collingwood. They've got 5 goals on the board so far. Giles and Banks. Umpire says a free kick to Melbourne. Dennis Banks not too happy with the decision. Peter Giles takes it at half-back. Giles to right half-back flank. Goes out towards the centre wing position. Cordner has to try and beat 3. Fellows too tall. Marks are just about one-handed. Barham down. He's limping already. Now Phillips goes for a short pass, chips it high. Oh, gee, the forwards don't like those. A chance for the Melbourne defenders to clear the ball. It's driven up towards centre field, picked up by Richards. Good tackle, hurried hand pass, trying to find Healy. Neville Shaw, well tackled by Richards. Melbourne in bother at the moment. Yates trying to pick the ball up at centre field. Richards goes in to assist him, and the free kick going Melbourne's way. Yates at centre field. He's gone for a short pass. It's atrocious to Healy. Williams backs him up well and gets his kick in.
And the ball over the centre half forward. Was this the chance for Melbourne now? A good mark taken there by Allingworth. He's only about 35 metres out directly in front. The Demons badly need a goal. They haven't scored one yet. We're just over the 14-minute mark. Collingwood have got 5 goals on the board, 30 points to 2 points. There's the kick on its way, but he's off target. He's put this one out of bounds. So the Demons are having a dirty day, as we'll see down there in the back pocket. The free kick to go to McEwen. McEwen with the free kick. I believe, I don't know what the wind's blowing that way, but Flower did win the toss. Oh, spoilt that time by Shaw. It was a sure mark to Beers. Now to Mullane. And finally we see the ball driven down there by Williams, and a good mark taken there by Melbourne's Fitz. He'd only be about 30 metres out on a slight angle. And a chance now for Melbourne to get their first goal on the board. And we're just on the 15-minute mark of this first quarter. Very important game to both sides, more so possibly to Melbourne, because if they lose today, they've got no hope of making the final 5. That's a better kick, and that's a goal. And that may be the one they needed. So it's Melbourne 1 goal, 8 points to Collingwood, 5 goals, 30 points.
Certainly took them a long time to get that. In point of fact, 15 minutes. And in that time, Collingwood had piled on 5 goals. They got off to a great start, Collingwood, and under these conditions, I think it could almost work out to a match-winning lead. Melbourne have got a long way to make up. However, they've got 1 on the board, and they're off and running. 22 points the difference. Collingwood leading, 15 and a half minutes gone, first quarter.
We did mention that Ick's playing in the side. He wasn't selected, but he's replaced, not Ick, I mean Wright. He's replaced Ick, Wright. So the ball back there towards half forward. Nearly a free kick, but no, he said play on as Flower goes for the long kick up towards full forward, tapped out or knocked out over to Taylor. Only got 1 on the back, and I think the umpire spotted that one. It'll be, no, it's going to be a throw-in. I thought it might have been in the back to Taylor. So it's a throw-in about 30 metres around from the Melbourne goal. They're 8 points to Collingwood 30. Grabbed by Fellows. Oh, a hand pass missed that time by Taylor. Falls short, but Turner's in the way. The umpire must have called play on. He's kicked the ball badly. It's marked here by Greg Healy. I think he must have called play on them because Turner didn't hesitate. As this is Gerard Healy. There's Gerard and Greg. I get them confused sometimes with their Christian name, but it's a Healy. The kick on its way. And that looks good, so Melbourne bouncing back now. Melbourne 2 goals, 14 points to Collingwood, 5 goals straight, 30 points.
It's not just big four-speaker sound, it's
We begin the second half of the match now from the Melbourne Cricket Ground, with Collingwood leading 63 to 36. Collingwood aiming at the double chance, Melbourne possibly a shot at the 5. They'll need to play better. Knocked away by Moore. Healy a further fist on, picked up by Rigolo. Rigolo puts it high to a half forward. Flower in front and takes the mark.
Well, the move might be right after all.
I think I would still prefer to see Cordner down there, and perhaps Flower in the centre or on the wing. Anyway, who are we to argue with the coach? Flower about 40 metres from goal. Melbourne need one to get off to a good start here. Not so with that kick. 1 point the end result. That came up at the 42nd mark of the term. And Flower yet to score a goal. 5-7 Melbourne's total now. As the ball comes back into play through McCormack. Barham takes the mark and plays on. Hasn't played a bad game, Barham, up towards the centre field area. Ball dropping just a little bit short. And the mark is taken out there by Giles. On the Gerard Healy. Was that a crook hand pass? Healy did well to control it anyway. Tony Shaw rides his opponent into the ground. It's a free kick to Greg Healy. And the little Melbourne Rover plays on. He's gone for a pass to Zantuck, who thought about going on likewise, has to go back for his kick. Now making a lead in the goal square. Zantuck puts the ball long. Turner in front. Flower behind and marks! What a great mark that was. So 2 good marks this quarter to Robbie Flower, but he's still yet to kick a goal. And Flower reading that superbly. Came between Taylor and Turner. Had a chance for his first goal of the match from 15 metres out. This time he's made no mistake, and a badly needed goal for Melbourne. The score's 9-9 to 6-7 at the MCG.
A great mark to Flower. He's been in the thick of things since the start of this third quarter. That's his second mark for the quarter so far. We've only been going 2 minutes. And, of course, it was too long for Taylor, one hand up, but Turner certainly gave him plenty of scope to get away there, and that made an easy mark for Flower.
Well, can the Demons come back? They've trailed all day after Collingwood booted 5 before Melbourne had 1 on the board. 20 points the difference now, just over 2 minutes gone.
Ball back in the centre, knocked out by Fallows. Tapped it over to Banks. Banks has grabbed, but he shrugs his opponent clear. He was a bit lucky not for holding the ball against him. Goes out wide. Moore would drop that mark. Cox comes in to pick it up now. Has no trouble. He's kicked it off the side of his boot. It's a shocking kick. But Jarrett couldn't take the mark, and the ball is out of bounds. Out of bounds on Collingwood's forward pocket position, about 40 metres around from their goal. It'll be Cloak against Peter Moore for the knockout. Melbourne down by 20 points. Knocked out by Moore. Grabbed that time by Wilson. A hand pass coming over to Greg Hill. Back it goes to Giles. Melbourne looking better at the start of this quarter. And there's a mark taken there by Regolo. He hasn't played badly since he came on the ground in that second quarter. It's a hand pass back, the ball driven up there towards the full forward position. Flower couldn't take that mark, and Turner very wisely taps the ball through for 1 point. So it's 19 points the difference. 44 plays 63, just on the 3.5-minute mark of this third quarter. Short pass, and Richardson takes the mark. Had a very good first half for Collingwood. One of the best games we've seen him play this year. Short pass, it'll be okay, and the mark taken there by Mullane. Mullane's kick is out towards the wing position. Banks got one in the back, or he was tripped that time by Giles, and Banks will take the free kick out there on the centre wing position. As a matter of fact, these two have had a good duel. Giles has played a fair game, but I would say Banks is on top up to this stage of the match. Banks's kick is not a good one. It's a high one, but doesn't travel very far. And an easy mark taken here by Yates. Melbourne looking a lot better. A hand pass coming back to Wilson. Oh, he tried to beat the field that time. Tapped the ball on. Banks missed it. Wilson missed it too. Finally, Wright tries to get it back to Wilson. Picked up nicely by Mullane. Goes for a short pass. But it's not a good one, and we see Yates take the mark there at half-back. We're just on the 4.5-minute mark. It's 19 points the difference in favour of Collingwood.
Chance for Dixon. Twisting and turning, gets clear. Dixon from right half-back flank. He's put the ball up towards the centre wing position. Allen was first there. Yates, Regolo just about into his back, but the umpire electing to call play on. Richardson wins out. 15 kicks to Richardson. He's gone for a pass, and that's okay. It's taken by Gary Shaw. Shaw at left half forward flank. Also tries a short pass. I don't know that it was intended for Morwood, but he got the mark anyway. Morwood goes for a pass. Oh, Shaw on his own has taken the grab.
Appealing for a 15-metre penalty, Pete.
Perhaps a little bit optimistically. Tony Shaw directly in front of goal. Has kicked one so far for Collingwood, and a chance to bring up his first this quarter. And Shane Zanto having a few words to say. Made no mistake about that one. Tony Shaw, his second goal. A reply by the Magpies. Third quarter scores 10-9-69 to 6-8-44.
Is that ad finished?
Almost.
Sure you got the price right?
Yeah.
But you've put $9,999 on every...
25 points the difference. Third quarter action on Sevens Big League from the MCG. Richardson again gets grabbed, maybe a little bit too high by Gerard Healy. The umpire has found a free kick. It's going Collingwood's way, and the recipient will be the man that kicked the goal last up. And that's Tony Shaw. He's gone for a pass out to his brother Neville. Neville Shaw, left half forward flank, started off, had a great first quarter. In front is Morwood. Zantuck can't take the mark. Cox is there. Yours at Yates. Over to Rodney Wright. Oh, intercepting beautifully as Mullane. He can score. Well done, son. Beautiful passage of play, and he's put it through for a goal.
Well, that deserved a goal. Magnificent anticipation and great interception that time, Peter, by Mullane.
11-9-75 to 6-8-44.
No wonder he's receiving congratulations from his teammates. That was brilliant play as we watch it again. A hand pass, well intercepted, tapped it on beautifully, and backed up his judgment, and ran through for a beautiful goal. A good bit of play.
So Mullane bringing up his first goal for the afternoon. It certainly deserved one. Sevens Big League from the MCG. 7 minutes gone in the quarter. 6-8 to 11-9. Collingwood doing it well.
Collingwood looking good again as Paul gets the knockout back to Richardson. Tries to smother that one. Oh, actually thrown away by Shaw, but the umpire said it's okay. back to Gary Shaw, punched away again by Fellows, comes down to Giles, goes down, still covers the ball pretty well, gets a hand pass out. Gary Shaw tries to force his way through the pack. It's finally picked up by Yates, a hand pass coming over now, and we see Conley go for a long hand pass back there, and it's Wilson grabbing the ball at centre field. Another hand pass to Williams. Williams goes for the long kick at goal. Not a bad sort of a kick, but it's off target and through for 1 point. Well, Melbourne had the chance to score a goal. There's 6-9-45 to Collingwood 11-9-75, a difference of 30 points. Ball back into play again. They all missed that one. Oh, there's a free kick. It'll go there to Williams. Grabbed too high that time by Allen. And he'll take the free kick at centre half forward, about 50 metres out from goal. Just on the 8-minute mark of the third quarter. And we see Collingwood 11-9-75 to Melbourne 6-9-45. So Melbourne badly needing a goal from Williams. Not with the distance too far, but it'll be about 50 metres out. There it is on its way. Doesn't quite make the distance. Yes, it does, but it's off target and through for 1 point. So it's 29 points the difference as we approach the 8.5-minute mark of this third quarter.
More back into play through Turner. Cordner got two hands, couldn't complete the mark. Richardson comes out with it onto the lane. The lane running from right half-back flank. He's at centre wing. A little chip pass intended for Neville Shaw, I think, but it's taken by Banks anyway. He runs into more trouble than Perkin wills. Giles. Onto Healy. Well, somebody copped one behind the play. Who was that? Giles, was it? Yeah. You just about feel that one from here. Now the umpire has stopped play. He got one right in the head. He looks a bit groggy, Giles, Lou, doesn't he?
He's a bit stunned. He's a pretty tough cookie, just the same, Pete. I think he'll be okay.
He's got the free kick at left centre wing. Still looks a bit groggy as the ball comes down to half forward. Melbourne badly needing a goal here. Taylor, McCormack. McCormack goes for the long kick, gets it back to centre wing. Giles still in the hands of the trainers out there, not surprising. Close to the boundary line. In fact, it's taken over by Rodney Wright, and we'll see a boundary throw it in the middle of the interchange area. And Peter Giles still seeing stars. Let's see if we can pick that up on the replay. Oh, thank you. Nice sting on a day like today. Moore and Cloak. Neville Shaw looks for Gary Shaw. He's found it, or pushing the back. Banks paddles it further forward for Tony Shaw. There are Shaws everywhere. Onto Morwood. Moore, plenty of time to steady in the right forward pocket, shoots at goal. That looks okay from here. 2 goals to Morwood. So Collingwood going right on with the job now in this third quarter. Morwood kicked the first goal of the game. He's now brought up Collingwood's 12th. They lead 81-46. Giles off the ground.
Sevens Big League is part of the 1984 Nissan
Board before Melbourne scored their first, and after leading at three-quarter time by 44 points, they won the match by 32. The major goal kickers for Collingwood, Morwood got 4 and 2 each to Cloak, Fellows and Tony Shaw, and for Melbourne, Gerard Healy finished up with 2 goals, but of course he also missed quite a few as well. In the stats department, Collingwood on top in the kicks, marks, handballs and shots at goal. Melbourne had more frees and they also had more hit-outs. And after the match, I went into the Collingwood rooms and spoke to their vice-captain, David Cloak.
Yeah, it was a very good team effort. All the fellas rallied after last
20 in the season 1984. Let's go back in time now as we go up to Sandy Roberts in the Seven Sports Room and find out what happened in this round in seasons past.
Thank you, Peter. Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again. This time to round 20, and what a round of drama it's proven to be over the years. Richmond thrashed Footscray in the final round of 1969 to establish themselves as premiership favourites, but a costly blow was to be the suspension for 4 matches of key defender Mike Perry. He was to miss the entire final series. Peter Bedford and John Soodoltz kicked 4 goals apiece as South Melbourne defeated Geelong for the first time at Cardinia Park in 12 years. The win, by 7 points, was South's greatest winning margin there since 1948 and put the jubilant Swans in the finals for the first time in 25 years. In 1972, Hawthorn knocked Essendon out of the 5 with a 19-point win at VFL Park. It was a fierce match that saw Norm Bussell outed for 2 weeks on a striking charge, Gene Chiron cleared, Barry Grinter cleared, and Neville Fields cleared. Michael Roach reached his century on this day back in 1980 with 9 goals in Richmond's 65-point win over Melbourne. Oh, and didn't Collingwood fans hate it? Jacko kicked 7 for Melbourne this day in 1982 as the Demons went on to win by 54 points. Also that day, Richmond defeated topside Carlton by a point. And present-day Bulldogs coach Mick Malthouse was reported for striking Carlton's David Glascott. He was found not guilty. Carlton was struggling to hold on to a finals berth until they defeated Hawthorn on round 20 in 1983. It was to be a costly win for the Blues, who lost rover Jimmy Buckley for 2 weeks after he was found guilty of a charge of striking Peter Schwab. As I said, round 20 certainly holds plenty of drama. Now back to today's drama, and here's Peter.
Thank you, Sandy. Well, for some weeks now, 5th spot on the premiership ladder has really been up for grabs. This afternoon, Geelong, currently in that precarious spot, made the journey to the Junction Oval, a trip 3 weeks ago they almost certainly wouldn't have worried about. The Lions, however, after only 5 wins in the first 16 rounds, have notched up successive victories over Hawthorn, Melbourne and Collingwood, and went into the match having still a rough chance of playing in this year's finals. The games, 2 games behind the Cats, and in 8th place on the ladder, Fitzroy this afternoon had to make every post a winner. And at the Junction Oval this afternoon, our commentators Sandy Roberts and Bob Skilton, we pick up play at the 16-minute mark of the first quarter. Scores are dead level.
Will be in ruck against Matt Rendell. Rendell has a height advantage, but Mossop is a great athlete. Rendell gets front spot. Cole tried to take it away. Then it was Simpson. Eventually got a hurried kick, 2 down towards Ablett. Dropped possibly what he should have taken. And once again, the hurried kick for Fitzroy is taken by Turner. Down towards the half-forward line, but quickly there is Basil Flynn again. He's had a good quarter. Bad kick, however. Straight to Logan. Logan puts the pass to Gotch and he takes it at half-forward. Now he's got Sidebottom and Quinlan both in the square. But even little Bradley should make the distance here. Probably the smallest player in the league.
Not an easy kick from there though, Sandy. The breeze coming across.
It's difficult, isn't it? Let's see what he does. He's a left footer, goes with a drop punt and he fires it in. And he makes no mistake. How easy that, says Bradley. Puts through his first and Fitzroy's much needed third. 3-1 playing Geelong's 2-1 on 7's big lead.
It's a nice goal from Gotch, but that's not surprising. Whenever I have seen Bradley Gotch play, I can only say that I was amazed early in the year that he wasn't in the side.
Mystifying, nevertheless. He's back and
they select to see a lot more than we do.
That's exactly right. We don't even attend the training. Nevertheless, centre backs. Well, they both got up high. Sidebottom, the opportunity, but the free kick has been picked out and will go the way of, speak of the devil, Bradley Gotch. So Brad's kick this time to the half-forward line. Wilson, Thornton backing into the pack, can't take the mark. Oh, Boss taken out of it beautifully. Bolton couldn't handle it. Now the opportunity again as the handball comes out the way of Thornton. He's under pressure, but gets it away to Barwick. He'll go onto the left foot. Douglas kicks long and wide, but not handsome.
I think Doug might be a right footer.
I think he could be out of bounds on them.
No criticism of Barwick there because he was under a lot of pressure. And we find now John Mossop. That's a nice kick into the breeze. No mark at the back of the pack. Card puts it wide. And so Ray Card putting the ball over the boundary line on centre wing, so a throw-in to take place. Throw-in on centre wing, outer side of the ground. And with the weather like it was a couple of hours ago with rain pouring down, it's not surprising that there's plenty of room out there in the outer. Breeze blowing straight into your face, it wouldn't be the most pleasant out there.
Yes, you can't pick it, can you, Melbourne weather?
Comes straight from Adelaide. From the bounce. Mossop got the ball down to Bright. In the way, Paul Roos out in front of Craig Cleve. Roos now playing on, puts it across. Loken having a picnic in this first quarter, really doing well.
Okay.
No. So Loken. Players moving across, and umpire Robinson saying, get back even the mud. There's not really much mud out in the Fitzroy ground, and it's a wonderful oval, this one. Oh, yes! Great mark, Gary Pert.
I'll pop that one down for goal of the day on World of Sport tomorrow.
Well, he kicks it, Sandy.
Well, mark of the day for starters. Very sharp today, Robert.
An early night, Sandy.
So, Gary Pert directly in front. the opportunity of putting the Roy's 2 up. And he's done exactly that. Gets his first. Fitzroy moved to 4-1, leading Geelong 2-1 on 7's big lead.
Yes, and although Pert is the state fullback, I like the move of Gary Pert to the forward line.
Well, we saw him last week, performed pretty well.
You know, as the old saying goes, only rat bags and squibs to the back line, and Gary Pert doesn't come under either of those categories. He's certainly a talented player, and...
Gee, you'll have a lot of defenders on your back this week. Here's the centre bounce again, as Bob Skilton leaves the commentary position to head for a hiding place. Mossop and Rendell. Well, Mossop got a touch to it. It wasn't an effective tap away. Bright finishes up with it, goes onto the left foot. Over the top of Osborne he goes. 2 Fitzroy players collide, and there could be a spot of bother there. Past Osborne to Gotch it goes. Now Bradley's got he's having a little purple patch, is Gotch. To centre wing, badly directed, and Pert was onto the defensive, down to side bottom. Got one too high. Could be free kick. Well, it's good, Gary. He'll probably get up and kick this 200 metres. It was a delayed action when he went down. He thought about it. Well, I can get a fixed out of this. He's been a great player since coming to Fitzroy in particular.
I haven't seen him earlier in the year, Sandy, when he played here with a big brace on his knee and everything. I doubted very much whether we'd see side bottom again this year, and he's done a great job to come back. The ball over the top of the pack. Cards first on the scene. Hooks it wide. Gary Pert waiting there. Nice mark to Gary Pert.
He's playing well at the score line at the moment. And around Moss Hill goes. Swing towards goal with a booming punch. A great kick. Tough football by the boys. And Gary Pert puts through his second in as many minutes as Fitzroy moved to 5-1. Leading Geelong 2-1 on 7's big lead.
Westpac announces the world's first.
At the 8-minute mark now of the second quarter, it's Fitzroy by 23 points.
Really not good for football anyway. Ablett comes out with the ball, does well. Good play by Gary Ablett. Gives a quick hand pass across to Flynn. Flynn straightens up and goes long. He's looking down there for Jackson, but Michael Reid, a lovely mark in defence. Comes around to the attacking side. Has the... Well, look at him, just running away. Jackson not even chasing him. Goes for the short pass. Gotcha's tripped, and Fitzroy out of trouble. Bad play by Jackson there. He, whether he's got the pace of Reeves or not, he can still keep chasing. Shocking hand pass from Gotch. And Jackson standing back in no man's land. Snaps towards goal. And that's giving away a goal.
Bad play. Geelong were able to capitalise. Well, they should. They moved to 5-3, trailing Fitzroy 8-2 on 7's big lead.
What advantage, Sandy, was there going to be, even if the hand pass went to the man?
None whatsoever. Now, where's the Fitzroy runner? Because by now he should have just about burnt a patch across this turf.
I will admit that Bradley got some short nose, but nonetheless, it's just ridiculous handball.
Okay, well, let's see what they can do this time from the centre bounce. Here it comes from Ian Robertson.
Just laughing at Jackson, having a word down there to Reeves. I'm sure he's saying, well, you might have ran away from me down the ground, but who kicked the goal?
I'm sure Jeff Helfrey's saying something like that. Here's Malarkey on the half-back line. Gee, this ground's a treat after the pummeling it's taken from the rain the past 24 hours. Osborne was there, almost held it long enough. Bolton under pressure, but did well to get a kick. Past Morgan it goes to Roos, in trouble, but gets his handball back to Osborne, and now the Roys are out of strike. The ball propping in the air a little. Here comes the pack, waiting down. Little Gotch can't take it, so too is Loken. This is dangerous. Puts it out in front of Wilson. He can run on if he wants to, but no. The galloping hordes came down, so Gary Wilson will go back. He's already kicked one. And a very important kick for Fitzroy. Oh, and he's done it beautifully. Straight through the middle for the Roys. 8-2 to 5, 9-2 to 5-3, I should say, on 7's big lead.
2 goals to Gary Wilson. Wilson, virtually a permanent forward pocket player. But with a licence to cover a fair amount of territory from that forward pocket. He's doing that job well. So it's 9 goals, 256 to 5-3, 33. Good start into the breeze by Fitzroy. Almost 11 minutes have gone as Logan grabs it. Tried to get the ball forward, but didn't go with it. Taken by Carlson. Same thing again. It's forced forward by Reid. Reid coming through was Halwyn not in possession. Good play by Melbourne Reid. A courageous effort. The way he forced the ball forward and followed it down the ground. Reid now. Called play on by the umpire. Swings it wide. Swinging back. Jackson in the front position. It's stumped away by Reid. Taken by Morgan. Called play on as Roos gets the hand pass to Burke. Burke under pressure, but gets it out now towards Thornton, who has plenty of time to steady and put the long kick. It's swinging back. Gotcha's there. Takes the mark. Gives the hand pass to Logan. Logan goes short, looking for Quinlan. Quinlan gets a favourable bounce. Swings away. Onto the left foot. Hooks it over the shoulder. Great play. Oh, beautiful goal. Bernie Quinlan. Quinlan's third. Fitzroy running hot.
4 goals into the breeze in this term, and it's their 10th. They go to 10-2. Geelong in trouble. 5-3 on Sevens Big League.
Yes, they're really doing as they like down there into the breeze.
Great passage of play though, Bobby, wasn't it?
Good defence, great teamwork. Finish off with a magnificent goal.
Morgan.
Mossop.
And Mossop. To Roos. Short kick gathers little distance. Oh, Bolton's in a ton of strife. So too is Reid. Intercepted by Bright. A short kick. Backing is Burke. Out comes Reeves. He's got Jacko under control at the moment. There's 3 of them there, and Laurie says, I'll have it. Away they go once again. Gives it across to Turner. He puts it out in front of Wilson. Can he get there? The Seagulls take off, and the ball goes over the line.
Good play by Reeves. Not frightened to take the bit between the teeth and leave Jackson and come up the ground. But Jackson would say the answer is I've got 2 on the board so far. Towards centre wing from Simpson. Taken by Laurie. Lovely hand pass across to Logan. He's got 2 short passes. Just ran past both Pekin and Wilson. The loose ball comes out to Bolton. Swings it back towards the centre. Ablett, a courageous mark. He knew that the big fellow in Rendell was coming across, but Ablett stood his ground well and took the mark. So Gary Ablett, centre of the ground. Lead from Buse. Ignores it, drops short. Burke forces the ball forward, does well to recover. Peter Burke puts a long, high kick. No mark taken. Forced forward by Boss. Picked up by Mossop. Crossed to Card. Free kick upfield, which was ridiculous in my opinion because it was as Card had the kick. Roos forces the ball forward, goes after it again. It's over the boundary line, so a throw-in to take place. I felt it was a ridiculous free kick.
Throw-in. Jackson waiting in the square. What will happen here as Bright tries to barge his way through? Bruns gets a hurried kick, gathers little distance. Little Bernie Harris will take it and scoots away back towards the centre wing area. Logan's having a wonderful month. And Billy from the half-back line across to Laurie, puts out the pass to side bottom on centre wing. My word, they're looking a confident side at the moment, Fitzroy. Up towards the half-forward line, over the head of Turner it goes, and another throw-in to take place. So Fitzroy, 10-2, leading Geelong 5-3. You'd think that Fitzroy were kicking with the breeze this term almost. From the throw-in, thrown out the back door to Morgan. And Darren Morgan's kick back towards Bright at centre wing. Over the top it goes. Rendell does the roving work and he's set up Logan, so Billy realised that and he paddled it back. Taken by Bright, tackled by Roos. Goes short and it's Wilson who takes the mark at centre wing. Gives the handball away to Osborne. Here they go again. This little Bernie Harris steadies, fires in towards Gold Master.
How many ways does your family enjoy Arnott's Cruskets, the puffed and toasted crisp bread? Ideal for breakfast because Arnott's Cruskets are ready toasted. Just great for a light lunch and low on kilojoules. Light enough to enjoy between meals. And topped with grilled cheese, Arnott's Cruskets make a delicious late supper snack. There are just so many ways to enjoy Cruskets, the light and crispy crisp bread from Arnott's.
Sunday, Sevens live football action continues when Hawthorn on the rebound head to Sydney to attempt a crushing defeat on the Swans. But a win won't be easy, as the Swans are always a danger team on their home turf. The Swans and the Hawks, live and exclusive to Sevens Big League, 2:05 Sunday.
Be there.
Centre bounce. Mossop, Rendell. High bounce. Mossop wins the tap. Taken by Ruse. Burst through the pack well. Kick, puts the ball forward. Boss in the front position. It was tapped down by Pert. Card gets a hand pass out towards Whitcomb. Under pressure, Whitcomb's kick goes wide towards centre wing, runs over the boundary line, and the throw-in will take place out of sight of the ground, centre wing. So we see on screen Rendell, Mossop. Mossop gets the tap down, runs, forces the ball forward. Taken away though that time by Osborne. Osborne's kick in towards the centre. Simpson standing his ground takes a nice mark. Hand passes wide to Whitcomb. Again, no value whatsoever. Whitcomb's kick towards centre wing. Pekin punches the ball down. Gotch takes it. His short kick picked up by Reed. Reed puts the kick down where we find Jackson manhandling his opponent. Full palm by the umpire. Jackson snaps towards goal and brings up his third. 3 goals to Mark Jackson, and Geelong go to 6-3, 33, with Fitzroy on 11-2-68.
And Jacko's contribution?
I said 6-3, 33. It's 6-3, 39, Sandy.
Maths master Skilden. 3 goals to Jacko, 2 in this term. And the Cats want a couple more if they're going to hang in this game yet, because they trail 6-3 to 11-2 as we watch it in replay. Now, back with the live action once again. It's the centre bounce. Ian Robinson putting ball into play. Rendell up a fraction early. Taken out by Gotch, however, up towards the half-forward line once again. Quinlan will get the bounce. He turns onto the right foot. He flicks it back, but Whitcomb is there and defends stoutly for the Cats. Putting it back towards the half-back line. The bounce will not favour Lee Carlson as he sees it drift over the line. And another throw-in.
Burke getting ready to come on the ground for Geelong.
Well, they're in a spot of bother. They're going to need something pretty smartly. Buse trying to get it across to Bruns. His kick goes towards centre wing, over the top in fact it goes, and Paul Roos doesn't bother to chase. He can see it's over the line. And so a throw in as, would you believe, bright sunshine bathes this ground here at the Junction Oval.
So I do agree with you, Sandy. The weather is a bit hard at times. As Reed grabbed it, got it across to Bolton. Bolton's kick goes over the boundary line on the full, and so Fitzroy will bring the ball back from the half-back flank. Well, it must have been touched. The boundary umpire indicating that it was out on the full, but then it must have been touched off the boot. Cleave. Again, Reed takes the ball away, gets the hand pass through, picked up by Buse. Buse across to Bruns. Bruns' kick, ideal position. No mark taken as Jackson came across his teammate there in the case of Hablett. Jackson gets the hand pass across to Buse. Buse, a high floating kick. Reed comes out in defence, and Michael Reeves takes the mark. Plays on to Turner. Turner puts the ball out wide. A favourable bounce comes to Rendell. He gives the hand pass on straight away to Carlson. Mossop doing well to chase Carlson, but just can't quite get there in time. Wilson up high, didn't put the hands up in the air, and the free kick has been paid, and it'll be Murray Whitcomb to take the kick for Geelong as Cole comes off the ground. His replacement, Damien Burke. As Whitcomb playing on, floats the kick up towards half forward. Laurie in front of Burke takes a nice mark.
Grant Laurie just on the defensive side of centre to get Fitzroy out of trouble. Leads are plenty. Barwick giving one. Rendell, he's decided to go short for Matt, who...
How lucky.
Well, he had 2 grabs. I think the umpire thought he was going to hold him.
Chest mark, you make them hold him.
Oh, you're a hard man. So Rendell going over the mud patch, looking for side bottom. O'Keefe flicks it over his shoulder. Osborne chances his arm on the half volley. Is unsuccessful. Ablett threw the ball out in front of him, regained it, a la Mick Conlon. Fires in towards goal. Great kick! Great kick! Oh, what a goal by Gary Ablett. And I don't know what his future is with the Cats, but they want to make sure that it's pretty stable.
But no no matter.
Straight kicking wins matches as Malarkey goes straight down the ground, firing a punt. Hoisted over the top. Tried to take it away was Reed. In again he comes for his chop. Goes to ground. Looked to get it away to Lenihan, but was foiled in that attempt. And Ian Robinson will come in for a bounce centre field.
Bounce almost was about 10 metres closer to goal on the Fitzroy side of the centre circle. Big pack of players around it. Mossop gets the ball down. Bruns puts it over the shoulder. Still towards the centre. Carlson coming through. Gets the hand pass back. It missed the lorry, but he superbly came back onto it. Swings it down towards half forward. Too high for Wilson. Side bottom comes through. Cuts the ball onto Pert. Pert shepherded by Wilson. Goes towards goal and brings up number 4. 4 goals to Gary Pert.
Great play side bottom.
Lovely play by both side bottom and Wilson to allow Pert to come in and put the ball through for a goal. So it's 14-9, 93 to 10-7, 67. Seven's big league. The replay shows Laurie put the ball forward over the head of Wilson and Whitcomb, and that's where side bottom forces the ball through to Pert. Wilson coming across to Shepherd, and 4 goals on the board to Gary Pert.
Centre bounce, and it gives Fitzroy a little bit of breathing space. 26 points the margin. Rendell wins it from the middle. Taken again by Reed. He gets underneath a punt and tumbles it towards the half-forward line, only to see Paul Roost take a good mark. He's slotted into that defensive area. Now passes to centre wing, looking for Thornton. Can't take it, but will get a free kick, I think, from perhaps a bit iffy.
Fitzroy very confident, Sandy. They're coming to the attacking side of the ground.
There's the kick from Thornton to centre wing, side bottom, or coming over the top was little Barwick. Boss again loses it, but retrieves. Tackled the second time by Barwick beautifully, and over the line it goes for another throw in. I don't know what they're getting upset about. Admittedly, conditions are cool. But both sides should be concentrating on winning 4 premiership points at this stage of proceedings. So a throw in the left half forward area of Fitzroy. Wilson out beautifully to Laurie. Bundled as he gets his kick away to Quinlan. Thought about going on with it. He's almost in the open goal anyway. But no, he'll go back and take his kick. He's booted 3. And the opportunity of just about sealing this. He makes no mistake. It's 4 for Bernie Quinlan, and they go to a 32-point break.
Isn't it amazing, Sandy? A quarter of football with the breeze and you kick 1 goal. 3.5 minutes of football against the breeze and 2 straight goals on the board. So the replay shows a good piece of football from Wilson, Grant Laurie and Malarkey caught out of position and Quinlan taking the mark. That's where just for one brief moment he thought about going on. But 4 goals to Quinlan, taking his yearly total to 85.
Centre bounce once again. Still plenty of time for the Cats if they're good enough. Mossop comes over the top. Gotch has an air as he tries to whip it away. Unable to do so. Buse does it well as he comes out of that centre area up towards the half-forward line. Jackson taps it down towards Morgan. He gives it across to Bolden, but loses it in turn to Burke. Combining with Laurie. Carlson quick like lightning across to Osborne, and again that young defence getting Fitzroy out of stride up towards the half-forward area. Harris is there, but he's under plenty of pressure. And the umpire has said, Bernie, you tackled him well, you'll get the free kick. So he goes from the right half-forward zone, short to Carlson, who'll transfer play now up towards full forward. Pushed as he got the kick. Malarkey juggles it on the chest.
That's Gary Malarkey giving the hand pass across to Mark Boss. Boss from the last line of defence puts a lovely kick in towards the centre. Burke got the front position, couldn't take the mark. Grooves will kick the ball off the ground, does so. Off the side of the boot it goes, and picked up by Gary Ablett, who has time to have 1 bounce. Swings the ball back towards half forward. Reeves comes out, got an awkward bounce. Burke came through, so too did Jackson, but Reeves recovering beautifully. Takes the ball, a beautiful hip and shoulder bump that time from Ablett, and it's really found Reeves in a spot of bother, forcing it over the boundary line. A free kick goes to Morgan. Morgan puts the ball towards half forward, punched away by Loken. Picked up by Bolton. His hand pass puts Reed in all sorts of bother. Logan comes up with it, tries to take it away, gets the hand pass in. It's almost picked up by Harris. Harris taps it away, tapped on by Carlson. Picked up by Osborne. Since half-time, Osborne has been absolutely superb. One bounce, two. Runs his full distance, goes towards goal. Offline and 1 point. Well, that's 2 points that Osborne has kicked in a similar manner to separate ends of the ground, but since half-time, Osborne has been the most exciting player on the ground.
No question about that. Some sensational runs. Now Malarkey spiralling a punt back towards the centre of the ground. Not good enough for Rendell. But Loken is there. He's had a marvellous game. Goes short again as Osborne chips away. Gives it to Carlson. He can steady and fire in towards full forward. The kick looks good. Fitzroy look home. They are 16-10 to 10-7 on Sevens. Big lead.
106 to 67. Loken giving the hand pass out to Osborne. Osborne placing that kick to perfection. And Lee Carlson, knowing he had all the time in the world, steadied and made no mistake. 3 goals in 7 minutes. It's kicking into the breeze, so Geelong really facing the breeze now. As Thornton puts the ball forward. Malarkey out in front of Quinlan, gathers it well. Puts it back in towards the centre. Roos up high, couldn't quite take the mark. Reed taps, loses it. Logan's caught. Gets a push in the back, but a bounce will take place. A bounce midway between the centre circle and the point of the centre square, and that's about 70 metres out from the Geelong goal. Mossop taps the ball down. Almost thrown out by Thornton, picked up by Lenahan. His kick down looking for Jackson, punched away by Reeves. Bolton gathers the ball well, steadies, smothered off the boot by Reeves again. Jackson comes on the scene, snaps towards goal. Jackson brings up goal number 5. Well, Michael Lenahan has just been taken off the ground, Sandy, and that amazes me. It's Bolton now. Reeves coming out, smothers it. When he sees it rebound towards his opponent, who kicks truly.
Yes, Sunball is here. And every week for the rest of the football season, you could win the magnificent Nissan Pulsar GL. All you have to do is spot the ball in a football action photo in the sun, Monday to Friday. It's only 30 cents to enter, and all proceeds go to charity. Now, we'll take a look at this week's Sunball action. The shot that will appear in the sun comes from this play. So, watch the ball closely. Remember, a still from that play will be in the sun Monday to Friday this week without the ball. Just put a cross where you think the ball is and you could win the magnificent Nissan Pulsar. Sunball, brought to you by The Sun, 7 Sport and Nissan.
And right now in Sevens Big League, we go up to the Sunday Press. The sporting editor is Scott Palmer. Scotty, good evening once again.
Good evening, Peter. Welcome viewers to the Sunday Press, the best football paper in town and the one that the others follow up all week. Fitzroy on the upward path to the 5 suffered a setback tonight when Glenn Coleman, the ruckman, was told he had a cruciate ligament problem. It's going to be an operation for Glenn and many months on the sidelines. But Robbie Walls, his coach, is playing the Lions' success down tonight. 1 week at a time, that's all he'd say. Tom Hapey said he thought the Cats had a chance at three-quarter time today. We were 3 up. We had the wind, but we didn't fight hard enough, said Tom. It's going to be hard from the Cats from now on. We will make the 5, and that's something I've never doubted. So said Mike Patterson of Richmond after the Tigers at last found form at VFL Park against another finals contender, Footscray. Patterson disclosed that many of the Tigers in previous games had been ill or injured. We are fit and ready now, he said, particularly Maurice Rioli, who picked up 8 kicks and 3 marks in the last quarter. Footscray had a sign on the wall at VFL Park, win today and no training tomorrow. The Bulldogs, they'll be out on the track at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Mickey Malthouse said it's no use abusing them. They know they've let themselves down today. And the hoodoo continues. Footscray have played 5 games at VFL Park, have lost 4 and scraped in with the other one. Collingwood is angry over the late withdrawal of David Toomey. His coach John Cale had some very strong words to say at the MCG. But Cale was delighted with the response he got in writing from the Magpies this week. He asked them to tell them about their weaknesses. They told it well. but there were very few out there today. The Magpies really put in. Ron Barassi, however, was devastated with the result. He said it was Melbourne's worst game for the year. Some of the skills, he said, were kindergarten stuff. North Melbourne put up a game fight against Carlton, which had 100 more possessions and won by only 2 goals. And coach Barry Cable said that apart from Essendon and Hawthorn, Fitzroy were the best side the Kangaroos had met this season. David Parkin said the Blues didn't use the conditions to their advantage. Silvio Fascini was reported for striking Mark Harvey at Windy Hill, and his coach Graham Jalley, I should say, referred to it later in his post-mortem. He said the Saints lost their initiative after a certain incident in the last quarter, but Jalley was confident the Saints were a better side than what many people thought. Sheedy won't have it that Essendon is a premiership certainty, but he was heartened today by the form of Neil Danaher too in the reserves. Against the Saints, he said, we warned that the Bombers to be prepared for some hard tackling. We withstood it and kept on playing good football. Back to you, Peter.
Right, thank you, Scotty. Let's check the leading goal kickers now as they stand tonight. And interestingly, Bernie Quinlan, after 5 today, needs only 14 to crack the ton. Of course, that would be pretty well a certainty if the Lions are to make the 5. Lockett got 4 today, Jackson 6, and Simon Beasley got 2. That's how they stand after round 20. Well, another game having a vital bearing on the makeup of the final 5 was the Sundowns Richmond Footscray clash at VFL Park. Just outside the 5 on percentage, the Bulldogs couldn't afford a slip today if they were to still entertain hopes of playing in the finals in September. But Richmond at league headquarters can be a pretty tough proposition. The Tigers have lost only 16 of their 61 games at Waverley, while the Bulldogs' record there is a rather poor one, winning only 17 out of a possible 52. And that poor record, in fact, prompted Bulldog coach Mickey Malthouse to order a special training session at VFL Park during the week. Tonight, our replay begins at the start of the final quarter. Scores are level, and their commentators at league headquarters are Peter McKenna and Jack Edwards.
On Sevens Big League, the final quarter coming up from VFL Park between Richmond and Footscray. And as we start the final term, scores are dead set level, 57 points apiece. Footscray wish to make the final 5 and they'll not leave any stone unturned to do so. But what are Richmond going to do about it? As the ball is scrambled for within the square, the umpire said a bounce will take place. So we're still in the same situation. 8-9-57 Footscray, 8-9-57 Richmond.
One of the best games we've seen all year, Jack. I think you would agree with me there. It's been a hard physical contest, no spite in the game. It's just been both sides desperately trying to win. Edmund has been a brilliant player up forward, a great example to his side. There's Jimmy Jess punching it away. It's grabbed there by Jeff Ablett down towards half forward. This has been one of the stumbling blocks in defence. This is Michael Egan, and every defender has played well for Footscray, including Rick Kennedy playing on Michael Roach.
Oh, Egan in front, got one in the stomach too. Is a chance now for Gronewegan, taps it out cleverly. The umpire said Gronewegan was hit after getting rid of the ball, so a free kick will go to the player I just mentioned. Gronewegan goes a short pass, bad defence by Richmond, which leads Footscray in, so it's Royal of Footscray. The lead's by Beasley. The kick will be longer than that. He's going to try and place the ball. He's kicked it straight over the head of Lee. Lee couldn't get back for it. Going in after it is Fuller. There's Edmund. Now Landy. Landy gives it back to Fuller of Richmond. He'll bring the ball back across goal. It's a dangerous practice, but it comes off to Rawlings. Rawlings backs himself. Bambrett does the tackling. The kick by Rawlings up there, and the mark should have been paid to Rioli, I thought. Play on's the call. The pack forms up. Rioli goes down. Didn't have the ball, but the umpire still said no free kick. I'll bounce in the centre of the ground.
Well, there's no doubt about this Footscray side. Gee, do they go in hard and tackle hard? And that's the Mickey Malthouse style football. That's the way he played the game when he was with the Tigers, and now his young Chargers are playing that way. There's Rioli. Down towards half forward. It's taken away by Baxter. Off the ground to Kennedy. He's been a star in defence. Out wide it comes. A chance for Mervyn Kane. He sidesteps beautifully. Over to Levegan. The lead has been made to Johnny Anir. He's in the forward pocket. Off he goes. Straightens up. Stabs at the ball.
Oh.
And he is right across the face of goal and out of bounds.
Peter, we did say early in the game that any shots from off that forward pocket position would be hard to get because the breeze is blowing straight through the goals and it's blowing the ball away. So score still level at VFL Park on Sevens Big League. Who'll take this out? Footscray have the breeze, but can they take advantage of it? The umpire said a free kick Richmond's way will be taken by Roach, only 20 metres out from goal. So Richmond will go to the front after this kick by Roach, irrespective of what the score is. It's 8-9-57 each, and Roach going for his second goal. only 20 metres out. He knows the breeze is right on his face, and he knows quite well he has to put a lot of weight behind the kick to keep it on line. The kick on its way from Michael Roach. It's through. Richmond lead Footscray by 6 points on VFL Park on 7's Big League.
Well, a very handy goal to the Tigers. We must say that the Footscray side is kicking to the end, favoured by the breeze. That's been mainly the scoring end. It's a lot more difficult up the end, which Richmond is kicking to. Now, all the flags going down that end. A very, very handy goal to Richmond. They would not have wanted Footscray to score the first goal in this quarter with the breeze behind them. Now it's up to the young Bulldog side to fight back and see if they can hit the front.
Centre bounce. Purser and Lee, the two number ones. In they come. All tapped to turf. And put out. That's up towards Richmond's half-forward zone again. Egan in trouble. Gets the ball out in front of him. Oh, can't make contact out there was Hawkins. Another chance now for Kane after taking the hand pass from Egan. Up toward the full forward zone it goes. Pickering tries to barge through. Pickering's got it. He's lost it. He's got it. He hand passes back. A chance for Kennedy of Footscray to drive the ball out of danger. He kicks toward Edmund. Opposed to Landy. The ball at the back of the pack. It's picked up by Hawkins. Shot out. Wallace in trouble. Breaks the tackle. And Beasley leads to the kick of Wallace. It's out wide. Beasley nudged out by Stewart. The umpire calls play on. Picked up by Strawn. Good tackle by Beasley. And now it's forced toward the boundary line. And a throw-in will take place in the forward pocket for Footscray.
Well done, Simon Beasley. He didn't give up there. He chased after his opponent and put a bit of pressure on. Beasley's kicked 2 goals. Has been a moving target all day. So despite the fact he's only kicked 2, it's good to have a player up there who runs around. He's now doing the ruck work against Lee. Lee's had his colours lowered there to Purser. Hand pass to Palm. Palm over to Barry Rawlings. He's been a great player for Richmond. Now it's across there to Johnny Annear. Annear right up towards the centre of the ground. The mark's taken by Morris Rioli. 2 players up there. Pickering against Cordy. Cordy wins out. He's been beaten today by young Pickering. That could have been a free kick behind the play there.
No, it wasn't paid.
Boy, they're very, very lucky, Rick Kennedy, to not have that given against him.
Well, I think the ball was still within the 5-metre distance, Peter, but only just. All right, boundary throw-in taking place. The game poised now. Richmond in front by a goal. We've been playing 6 minutes of the final term. Wallace goes in. Footscray starting to use their body, maybe a bit too much. Palm out to Francis. Francis driving Richmond forward. It's a penetrating kick to Pickering. Nearly a free kick. Here's a chance now. It's that ball picking up. The left foot shot won't go through. The breeze will push it out, and it's out of bounds now in Richmond's forward pocket.
Oh, there's a lot of pressure on that Footscray side at the moment. Richmond have come out firing in this final quarter. The Bulldog defence has been absolutely magnificent. Can they stem the tide and get it down to their forwards and score enough goals to win?
Footscray have to make sure they get the ball down, try and let the breeze do the work for them. A chance now for Rioli. Can he pick it up? Can he shoot toward goal? He goes goal! He's goal! Another goal to Richmond, kicked by Lewis Rioli. Richmond 2 goals in front of Footscray on 7's Big League.
You can get it riding. You can get it sliding. You can feel it coming on about 4. A hard-earned thirst needs a big cold beer. And the best cold beer is Vic. Vic Bitter. You can get it walking. You can get it talking. You can get it working a plow. Matter of fact, I got it now. Victoria Bitter.
The Mitsubishi 4-wheel drive Pajero. With a 2.6-litre petrol engine or a turbo diesel, it delivers torque as well as power. The Mitsubishi Pajero. Every drive is an adventure.
Inside the wheels of your car, your brakes are working hard, but little things do go wrong. Fluid leaks, parts wear out, overheating occurs. Your brakes become less efficient. Every brake system needs a Payton's Brakes checkup every 6 months to find the little faults before they become big ones. It's only $6, and it's good to know your brakes are safe. Payton's Brakes are the brake specialists. We have been for a long time. Check in for a checkup. See Payton's Brakes for clutches too.
Sweeney, Monday night at 9:30. $500,000 from a bank robbery has to be retrieved. Then a more serious development, and Jack Regan's out for blood. Power packed, The Sweeney, this Monday night at 9:30, following Cagney and Lacey.
Back to VFL Park now, and we're 15 minutes into the final quarter.
He comes across goal. This is dangerous. Back ball. Here's Matthew Wall onto the left foot. He hooks it back towards the goals. Up they go. Punched away by Rick Kennedy. And he makes a certainty of that one straight over the line out of bounds. The time clock is ticking away. 15.5 minutes gone in this final quarter at Footscray. What have they scored, Jack, for the quarter? They have yet to score a goal.
One behind is all they've
behind
scored.
only they've scored.
You can't let the breeze do it for them, and the way things are shaping up, Richmond will take this game out because Footscray will have to get a couple of quick goals. Royal taking it away from the back pocket, driving down to the wing position, but it's all Richmond out there. Francis lifts his game, can go into the centre now to Anea. He elects to go the hand pass, and hand pass eventually comes back to Anea. Another hand pass comes in. What are they going to do with it? Ablett picks up the left foot kick coming in toward Roach in front. Can't take the mark. Another chance for Richmond. The step toward goal.
Urban Kane.
Is it true? It's a goal, all right. So Footscray in real trouble at VFL Park as Richmond go to a lead on 11-11, 77, and it's Footscray 8-10, 58.
Yes, a real change has come over the game. At three-quarter time, scores were dead set level, and well, you would have put any money like on Footscray because they were coming home with the breeze. Probably the breeze has died a little bit in this last quarter, but all the same, full marks to Richmond. They have really lifted their game. They're playing as a terrific team game. They're going in hard after the ball, and the Footscray players, I think, took a lot out of them in the third quarter, the real hard effort that they put in. Here's a chance, though, as we see Steve McPherson, a long kick. Beasley against Stewart. Stewart tries to punch the ball away. He does exactly that, straight over the line and out of bounds. But Footscray haven't had enough strength up forward, Jack.
17 minutes ago in the final term. Footscray's chances are starting to dwindle as the time clock gets around. Footscray not playing as well in this final term as they did in the second term with the Breeze when they kicked 5 goals 3. Can they do anything about it?
Well, there's a snap at the goals. Up towards Edmund. He ducks back. A good effort by Jimmy, and now it's Mickey McKenna goes in after it. No free kicks at the umpire. Anea to Stewart, the 2 ex-Magpies. Here's Johnny Anea looking out there to David Palm. Palm, oh, he's got a paddock to run in. He's on half-back flank. He'll go for the hand pass to Egan. Egan will probably look for Jess. He's caught with the ball. Too long, said the umpire. And the free kick on centre wing will go to Groenewegen. They're not out of it, the Bulldogs. Don't write them off yet, but it will take a very, very good effort.
Well, the hand pass comes down to Egan. He's got right down from the back pocket. He's tackled by 2, but gets out of it. He shoots it over now. Can Kellett score? He got tripped, I thought. The umpire calls play on. Kellett shoots it out. The shot at goal will be from Royal. Yes, he will shoot to goal now, but he's way off target. Kicked it right across the goals, and the mark taken by Landy.
Oh, they don't know what to do. Their forward line is not functioning at all at the moment, Footscray, and there's the kick coming from Landy right out towards half-back. They're still fighting hard. In goes Jeff Ablett, caught with the ball, gets in the hand pass to Peter Francis. He's scored a beautiful tackle. Hand pass, Doug Hawkins intercepts, knocks it over the line and out of bounds. Time clock, 18.5 minutes gone in this final quarter. And the scoreboard shows Richmond 11-11, Footscray on 8-10, the 2 number 1s. Mark Lee down to Jeff Ablett. Ablett on the left foot. Gee, the players look tired. In goes Stephen Wallace. They should be kicking the ball long. Mickey McKenna, oh, bundled out of the way. Still a chance for Kellett. Kellett to Hawkins. Hawkins to Egan. What's Mickey Egan doing down there? Too high, said the umpire. It's a free kick to Michael Egan. Down from the back pocket, and he's having this kick at centre forward.
Well, he won't make the distance. You can see Beasley led again then, Peter, far too early. Egan will go back. Look at the big pack going into the goal square. Poor kick off the side of the boot. Wobbles into the forward pocket. Clubbed away over the boundary line by the Richmond defence. And a throw-in taking place in Footscray's forward pocket. 19.5 minutes gone. Have Footscray's chance of making the 5 gone? The next 10 minutes or so will tell us. Boundary throw-in. Forward pocket, Persich gets it out. Steve McPherson takes it. He's tackled, he's caught. He gets out of trouble. He shoots it out again to McLean. McLean hooks it back toward goal. Beasley, the meat in the sandwich, can't take the mark. It's taken by Land. He drives out with a long kick back to the outer half-back flank. A chance for Ablett. Ablett shoots it back again. Taken by Kane. Kane will drive up the wing position. Here's a chance for Nia. He's dropping back on the ball. Can't take the mark. Still with the ball in front of him. Johnny Nia plays on. He's caught, but gets a hand pass away. Richmond coming forward.
Yes, that kick is from Michael Roach. Oh, this is danger. Morris Rioli up towards Pickering. Michael Pickering doesn't get a favourable bounce, and the ball beats him over the line out of bounds. We've hit the 20-minute mark of the final quarter, and Richmond doing well. 11-11, 77. Footscray 8-10, 58, and the Bulldogs are in trouble.
Are they in trouble? All right. Over the back came Roach, taken by McKenna. He's well tackled by Rioli. He'll swing back on the left foot, hook it back, and he's found Roach. Well, here's a chance for Roach to kick another goal. He has already kicked 2 for Richmond. Not an easy goal. I've said it all day, and I'll continue to do so. The breeze in his face, in fact, will be across the kick more than straight into him. So Roach, can he handle this one, Pete, or not?
Well, he'll make the distance, no doubt about that. But let's see about the accuracy. He is a great kick, Michael Roach. It's floating, it's a high one. And I think that's just, oh no, just offline. I thought the umpire was going to say a goal there. It is only one behind. The Richmond players were clapping it. 11-12, 78 Richmond. Footscray still a faint chance. 8-10, 58. Time running out. And it would take a miraculous recovery now for them to win the game. 20
points between the teams. Richmond leading. They're in attack at this stage on the half-forward flank, but Footscray tried to change that through Burton. Burton drives down. Jess in control of this situation as he takes the mark on the half-back place position for Richmond. He's in no hurry to get it moving. He knows quite well that Richmond have Footscray's measure if they can just hold them out for a few more moments. The kick is high toward the centre of the ground, and a good mark taken over the back by Neil Cordy. Given to McKenna, given to Royal. Royal's getting the fumbles, can't pick up. Gets put out of business by Palm. That was good football. Palm shoots it back out toward Ablett. McLean's in there for Footscray. Can he pick it up and swing back? He's well tackled by Ablett. The kick isn't good. It comes in towards the half-back zone where Strawn's appealing for a free kick, but the umpire said no, it's out of bounds. It'll be thrown in on the half-forward flank for Footscray. Footscray 20 points down. Richmond leading. We're approaching the 22.5-minute mark of the final term. Not forgetting at three-quarter time these teams was level.
Here's Strawn. That Richmond defence has been magnificent in this final quarter.